want to ask something of you, my wonderful subbies that I love ever so much. Those of you who have been privy to what's happening in the news, you know that a Category 5/4 hit the western part of Louisiana and some parts of Texas. And there's a lot of people between the Lake Charles and Lafayette that are in dire need of some support. So I just want to ask you guys, if you could just take a moment, shoot up a prayer, send some good vibes to my good old Louisiana people. I'm sure they'll appreciate it, and I will most certainly appreciate it, my friend. Hello, beautiful Scorpio human. Princess India here. Welcome to your soul session for September, my friend. We are going to start you guys reading by pulling a card or two from the Starseed Oracle. And you guys and use it as an overall energy for the month. And BTW, you can't see my cards because my autofocus sucks, and I'm going to get another lens eventually. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here in these streets. Anywho, wow, that's interesting. Okay. So the two cards that came out for you, Scorpio, is lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go, you know? And then we have karmic relationships. Gotta love those. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. It's always nice. So, my wonderful Scorpio human, what is looking like for me in BTW? I'm using the After Tarot for you guys reading. I don't read these in the reverse, so if you see me flipping cards over, don't freak out or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the deck's technically designed to already be reversed, you know? Sure, anyway. Like upright reversed. Moving right along. So anywho, what it's looking like in the month of September for my Scorpio people, I'm more or less okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that right there. So what it's looking like, Scorpio, is in the month of September for you guys, it's more or less being able to see the truth behind a great deal of you guys' experiences up until this point. I feel that for some of you guys, it may be a level of being a tad bit embittered for different things you've endured, whether it's people taking advantage of you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, because we can have karmic relationships in our family systems and our friendships, what have you. So it doesn't just have to be romantic relationships. But I feel this month you guys are more or less going to receive a sense of clarity, if you will, in regard to your relations with other people, and understanding or gaining clarity on the very valuable lessons that exist in the midst of said relationships, if you know what I am saying. So it's more or less like a moment of clarity. Now, the two cards that fell out for you guys, and it's your central energy and your challenge, we have the 10 of Swords. Gotta love that, you know? And then we have the King of Wands. So your past influence coming from August into September is the 9 of Cups. Your underlying energy is the 6 of Cups. That keeps coming out. And then we have the High Priestess and you guys above energy, which is funny because lifting the veil, and the High Priestess, she sits in front of the veil, behind the veil. Anyway, moving forward, going into October, you guys have the Page of Swords. So what it's looking like for me, Scorpio, this month you guys are going to be dying to a mindset. And I feel the mindset that my Scorpio people are going to be dying to is one of feeling disempowered. You know what I mean? Feeling at the will of life, feeling as if things are happening to you as opposed to for you. And I feel dying to this is probably the greatest gift you could ever possibly receive. I feel that in the month of August, with this 9 of Cups here, it's a couple of things of how this could manifest. For some of you, this could be something that you guys achieved, something that you worked hard for, something that kind of came out of the blue. You know what I mean? It seems very lofty-minded, if you will, but it's more or less in an emotional sense, feeling very, because you know this is the wish fulfillment card. So it's more or less feeling like a dream come true or a wish fulfilled. And that can be as mundane or as magnanimous as you would like it to be, my friend. You know what I mean? It's more or less leaving out of the month of August feeling a sense of empowerment or a sense of contentment in your life, right? And that's just strictly in an emotional sense. But I feel the biggest thing this month, and as well as a challenge that's going to happen here, is not only are you guys dying to a mindset, and I have to throw this out here, this may not manifest in the most idyllic kind of way, right? Whenever we have the Ten of Swords here, if we were to say it in a very literal sense of, like old school Rider-Waite tarot kind of way, this is more or less like the climax of the story, if you will. And there's so much that leads up to this point. But I feel like this is more or less a silent battle that you guys have. So we always have to have breakdowns in order to have breakthroughs, which is something that I talked about last month in the Empath Only reading. And then I posted it over here on my channel. It's on Surrender Healer's channel. But I posted it over here on my channel under the video, I don't know who needs to hear this, right? And in that video, I was talking a lot about hitting rock bottom. Now, when I say, and even in that, I said like it's almost like a pseudo rock bottom is how I saw everything kind of playing out with all of the signs in the month of August. And what I mean by pseudo rock bottom is not necessarily that, this isn't the real one. It's like a fake one, like a trial run, and then the big one's gonna come. Not that. I just feel it's more or less spirit kind of helping everyone out where you go into this dark place emotionally, right? So you don't have to go through it in like the physical realm, like losing everything or what have you. But I do feel like it's going to be a tad bit of a mental battle you guys go through this month. But the whole purpose of it is more or less, like I say with my is not is paradigm, it's more or less the is not. So the is can manifest. The is that is going to manifest is you guys rising into your power as the King of Wands. And I love the King of Wands, by the way, if you don't know, because I have a lot of new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I love your face. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the family. Moving right along. But with the King of Wands, the thing I dig about him is he's a dude that's like hella resourceful, right? So I always say that he's someone who can take a paper clip, a piece of string, and a paper cup and make magic happen. You know what I mean? It's someone who can make the best out of a bad situation. Now, this being here, Scorpio, these are in two total direct contrasts to each other. You know what I mean? Ten of Swords and the King of Wands, like those are two different polarities. And this karmic relationship card says on it, polarity, you know what I mean? So I feel for all of you, this is definitely a soul growth month for you guys. It's a very transformative month, but it's more or less giving you an opportunity to put your past into perspective. So far, and then I'm looking at, this dyad energy with the High Priestess with the little black pillar and the white pillar. So it's showing you the two contrasts in life. But anywho, the thing I think is really beautiful about this is it's putting your entire life into perspective. And I feel that my Scorpios up until this point may have had difficulty in doing that. You know what I mean? In the sense that, like I said, and this is a question I ask my clients a lot, is do you feel life is happening to you or happening for you? And if you feel life is happening to you, then you're approaching life from a very disempowered perspective. If you feel life is happening for you, then regardless of what happens, how good or how bad it is, it's always working out for your highest good anyway. So I feel this month you guys are going to be wrapping up a lot of stuff from your past, believe it or not. A lot of things from your past. And I don't really feel it in a sense. I mean, for some of you, because I mean, there's a lot of you. So for some of you, it could literally be like relationships that are still in your life that you see are no longer serving you that you're going to be releasing. But I feel for a lot of you, this is almost like an energetic purge. You know what I mean? It's gaining that insight. It's gaining that clarity. And it's like a light bulb going off and you being able to see it. You know what I mean? And being empowered by it. So it's overcoming your situation. And I feel the only thing that you guys are going to be coming out of this with is the absolute truth, like mental breakthrough, clarity of mind, moving from the proverbial dark side of the sword to the light side of the sword. And that's what I'm seeing with this page of swords here, leaving out of September and going into October. But I do feel that you guys have mastered the dark side of the sword in the sense that when it comes to feeling disempowered at the will of life, or being pessimistic or skeptical about good things happening to you, I feel you guys have mastered that. You know what I mean? But it's like now this light side of the sword, so being optimistic about things and believing things are working out for you, and that, you know, you're not going to get hit with the okie doke, and that there's always a lesson in something. You know what I mean? It's more or less that's an unfamiliar area for you guys. So it's more or less going forward throughout the rest of the year and out into the others, is more or less about my Scorpio people mastering that lighter side of the sword being your mind. So more or less seeing things from more of that, you know, higher empowered perspective. So even if your life circumstances don't say that you're the King of Wands, it's still seeing yourself as that regardless of the situation, and knowing that you can be this, you can rise to this, you can exist at this, even if you're still doing some work with, you know, your thought health and things of the sort, my friend. So anywho, Scorpio, that has been your reading for September, my friend. I'm going to go over to my website and Vimeo and Patreon and YouTube members to do you guys extended. So if you're about that life, follow me over there. You know, not I still love your freaking face. And I'm going to see you guys sooner than later. And by later, I mean, you know, in the extended. Because you're going to watch it. Right? Of course you are. Outro. Just give me a second. I'm still trying to figure out the goodbye thing. Outro.